Hey there guys, Ashman JP bringing you another Japan Life video. So a couple of months ago I was invited by my mother-in-law to attend her tea ceremonies group monthly tea ceremony event where they serve Japanese green tea to customers. This event was called Tsukimi no Chakai, tea ceremony under the full moon. They also had music performance outside as well, which we were able to watch, and it was a very pleasant evening. I usually go to one of these events once a year to show support, but also to taste traditional Japanese green tea made the old-fashioned way. Well, not really. I absolutely hate the taste of green tea, and in particular today's was awful. It just wasn't my cup of tea, you could say. Anyway, here we have we're being served a sort of traditional Japanese dessert cake thing, something like that. Usually it's made of anko, which the red stuff inside is red bean paste, and the green stuff around the outside is white bean paste, which has been coloured, and in this case green. There is also a little wooden stick with it to cut the dessert sort of into smaller parts, and then of course you can eat it. And what happens is someone will bring it to you and place a tray, as this lady is, place a tray in front of you, and you will take your plate or your piece of paper with your dessert on it off and put it in front of you, and then push the tray along to the person to your left. Again, I think it's an awful taste, so I always give it to my wife, and now that I have kids I give it to them. They absolutely love it. So the person you see in front of you, this is the person that's going to make the green tea for us tonight. This is my first time to see a man doing it, but I've been told that it isn't unusual, and both men and women will do this ceremony. So he starts off by taking out his handkerchief, by taking out his cloth, and he will start to wipe everything with hot water to clean the utensils first, just to make sure that they're all purified, kind of thing, and then he will make the green tea for us. The gentleman you see on the left there, he's sort of like the MC, or the master of ceremonies, you could say, the master of the house or something like that. He sits there and entertains the customers while they wait for their green tea to be made. And I wanted to sit really, really close to it to take video, but my wife says no, because I'd have to answer a lot of questions, as he tends to ask the person that's nearest to the green tea being made lots of questions. So she said no, you don't want to be doing that. So I sat a little bit further back. So as you can see, he's taken out his cloth and he's given everything a bit of a wipe. And you also notice that he will not wipe with the same area on another utensil. He will unfold it and then fold it in a different way, so that different parts will be used to wipe another utensil. So green tea, usually normal green tea that you would have at home, or maybe in a bottle or something like that. Basically, that is they've cut the top, say 1 inch off the plant, the green tea plant, the leaves off the top, and they've taken that, and then I'm not sure exactly the process, but they end up grinding it down to a finer, not a powder, but a leaf, a thinner leaf kind of like, and then they package that, and then you buy it and then take it home, and then you take it out of that and put it into a teapot, add water, and that is your typical green tea. Today we're using what they call matcha, which is powdered green tea. So they've taken the green tea, the leaves, and then they've grind it down. Well, they've massaged it. I think from what I remember, they massage it for like 6 hours or so, just massaging it, rolling it around and mixing it together, massaging. They continue doing this for hours and hours, and then they eventually it gets grinded out. Whether they cook it or fry it or heat it up and then grind it out, I'm not sure. That's another video, but it ends up becoming a powder. And in that little black box you see in front of you is where the powder is. He puts that into the bowl and then adds water to it and mixes it, and then usually, of course, traditionally, he would make everyone's cup that way. But this day and age, because it's a ceremony, because it's a sort of not the real thing, he will make maybe 3 or 4 bowls today, or cups, but in the back rooms they will be making the rest, maybe the same way, but a little bit quicker and not so carefully made. So I don't know the names of all the utensils, but I mean, as you can see, it's sort of that stick he's using is a bit like a spoon of some sort, but traditional type of spoon that was made hundreds or thousands of years ago. He's taking the powder from the bowl there, put it into the bowl, and then he will take some water and then add it into there and mix it to make the green tea. So sit back and watch, and I will jump in and give you some of my thoughts on what's going on. So now he's mixing in the hot water with the powdered green tea. Giving it a good mix there, making sure that it's all dissolved into the hot water. And while I don't really like green tea, I mean, I can handle the green tea that's made at home because it's not really that thick. But the traditional green tea that's been made here is quite thick, and it's not a paste, but it's close to it, and in this case it was just awful. I mean, I don't know what was in it, but I didn't really like it. Anyway, he's moved the bowl around twice, so that the front that was pointing at him is now being moved away from him, and so she's of course bowing, saying thank you. She puts it to the left there to say osaki ni, which is to say to the person to your left, I'm going to have this drink first. And normally there would be a person to her right, but in this case there isn't. And if there's a person to the right, you would first put the bowl to your right, and to the right person you would bow and say, I guess it's like a grace or a bon appetit or something like that, where you say, oh, thanks for the food, or thanks for this green tea, I'm going to have it. And then you would put it to your left, and you would say to the person in front of you, to your left, saying, look, thank you for letting me go before you, and then you will pick it up, turn it around a couple of times, and then have a couple of sips in a nice polite manner, without showing how much you dislike it. No, I'm just joking. Most people love the taste. It's just me. And of course, the master there, or the person in charge, he will sort of ask her a comment about it, how it is. So you see, they'll put it down and they'll bow, saying thank you for it. And you can see that the bowl is almost like a plate, that you might put some ice cream or something like that in it. But it's not. It's the summer bowl. It's supposed to allow for the heat to come out easy. Yeah, because it's hot in Japan. So this is the summer bowl, as you can see there. Bowed away. And of course, I was just filming, so I didn't really, I wasn't too polite, and I didn't bow to the person to my right or to my left, which is very rude of me. And if I remember rightly, this time my oldest daughter just, you can see her hand there, she actually goes to grab it and spills the whole lot. So that's where this little introduction of green tea finishes. I think we end up having to, so as you can see here, this is what happens. The person will bring it in. They turn it around twice, place it on the mat in front of them, bow, say thank you, of course, or here you are, depending on which person's saying it. They will take it, place it to the right, saying itadakimasu, to the left, saying osake ni, and then drink it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, short video of the green tea ceremony. Please leave your comments below and any questions you have, and keep an eye out for more videos coming soon. Thanks.